Here's the thing, not every tumbler turns out. Some of them honestly are really ugly and you have to start over. If the people you're following on social media don't show you that, they're choosing not to show you that. So don't feel bad when they don't work out. It happens to all of us. Today I'm going to show you how to strip your tumblers, specifically CrystaLac tumblers, using rubbing alcohol, and it is so super easy. Before I actually get into how to take literally everything off your tumbler so you can start with a fresh, bare stainless steel tumbler again, I want to encourage you to do two things. One, is there a way you can pivot your idea and change the design so you can still, work with what you have? Can you turn it into a peekaboo tumbler? I will link some tutorials above here and underneath in the description box so you can get some ideas of what you can do. But can you do a crackle tumbler? Can you do power wash to cover up some of the things that you don't like? Is that possible? If it is, try that. If not, and you're not too far along in the tumbler process, with CrystaLac products, they're really thin. So you really don't need to take everything off before starting over. You can just sand it so it's nice and smooth and then just repaint and start over. That is always an option. So keep those two things in mind before you go to strip the entire thing. There are multiple ways you can strip your tumblers. I'm going to show you one here today, and I have another video that I will link in the top right corner to give you some other ideas of what to do. Today, I'm actually going to do a new method that I saw on TikTok. The person I saw wasn't the original thought creator behind this, so if that was you, definitely leave a comment under this so we can share our appreciation. This is a really good way to strip your tumblers and minimize the mess. Let's go ahead and get to it. So for this method, you're gonna need just a regular plastic bag and some socks, and I am using 91% alcohol to take off all of the coatings. I've got two tumblers here that I'm just gonna stick in these socks, and one has the glitter and a few coats of Grand Finale, and the beach one has a lot of coats of Grand Finale, and it's been sitting for quite a while. I wanted to test both to kind of show you how it can look a little bit different depending on how many coats you have and how long the tumbler has been done for. So all I did was pour in the alcohol to get the whole sock completely saturated with the rubbing alcohol. I definitely did not measure, but I just did it enough for it to be fully covered. My two tumblers won't fit in 1 gallon bag, so I did 2 separate bags for these 2 tumblers, and I just kind of moved it around, got it so it was completely soaked, and I used about 1/3, maybe a little bit less of that bottle for 2 tumblers. So just keep that in mind. It really depends on the size of your tumbler, and there's no exact measurement for how much alcohol that you need to use. But get the sock saturated, seal up the bag, and let these tumblers just chill and sit for 24 hours. At the 24-hour mark, the alcohol has definitely turned color. You can see that it is working. And when I pulled the sock off, you can see that there's a little bit of black paint there, but the top rib of this sock, these are just super cheap socks from Amazon that I will link underneath this video. I just sort of pushed it down the tumbler using pressure with my hand to wipe away all of the paint that I could, and it honestly all came off really, really well. It did take a little bit of pressure to wipe it away, and then I just used the sock to wipe off the bottom. Just remember, it doesn't have to all come off. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, just enough for it to be smooth. You can go over and sand it anyway, but all of the mess is then inside of that sock. I am going to attempt to empty it out and maybe rinse it and wash it and see if I can use it again. So definitely follow me on Instagram to see if that is something that we can do, because obviously I want to reuse it if possible. A one-time use sock is not really my vibe. So you can see that this second one, remember, had a lot more coats of Grand Finale, and it was sitting for a long time. I was able to get the glitter off. It took a little bit more pressure and a little bit more kind of elbow grease to get off all of the glitter, and you can see that the base paint did not come off. I wasn't able to get off the entire base coat, but that's okay. I did the best I could. I actually ended up getting kind of tired, and I took the cup to my utility sink and ended up just rinsing it off in my sink as well, so you can totally do that. And then I will give it a sand and just re-base coat it. It's okay that the whole base paint didn't come off. You can also use a scraper and get everything off that you want. But the base coat didn't come fully off. I just went to the sink, rubbed it off, and then you can sand it smooth and restart. When you strip your tumbler, it really doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay if there is paint left or whatever, just give it a sand. As long as it is smooth before you restart, you are good to go. So if you need help with the step-by-step making process of using CrystaLac for your tumblers, watch the video on your screen so I can take you through that process step by step.